being someone who posts 5 times a week, it can definitely be draining depending on how often I record these recordings. If I don't pre-record some of these, obviously I'll feel pressured and feel like I'm falling a lot behind in making these videos. And that's what I think is super important when it comes to making these types of videos, is not burning yourself out or burning myself out when it comes to making these. And also you, the viewer, I don't want to burn people out from watching my videos, because after a while, when we start watching something and we're really hooked on it, there's only so much that after a while we get burnt out of watching it or even playing this game, that we want to, like, okay, do something else, change up, it's the same thing and all that. So I obviously want to prevent that. And this is not a video about changing my whole schedule or about my channel, but it's about how we can prevent, as people, from burning out. And I kind of just like to ramble about these and talk about it on the spot, because honestly, that's how it makes me feel more comfortable doing this, and I don't feel more like I'm burning out. And what I'm saying is, you need to feel comfortable with what you're doing. If you can't feel comfortable with what you're doing, and you're going at a pace where it's like you need to be always locked in and always having to, come up, write something, write something up. Could you imagine if I had to write a script every time for a video? And that takes time, because I have to make sure what I'm saying is so proper and so well written and properly said and makes sense. So obviously, if I were to do that, that would take so much time and I would be already burnt out by now. But so you got to be comfortable with what you're doing and know that you're going at your own pace and no one's really rushing you, and you're not rushing yourself. Because if you're just rushing yourself, it's going to come to a point where you're not going to think about it as in fun. You're just going to keep it in your mind as a chore, and it's not going to be able to change once you actually fully appreciate it, or you come to a point where it's like, okay, I'm going to do it differently, and you switch something. Or sometimes it might not even like change your mind about it, and you'll never want to do it again. Because honestly, that's the most important thing. A lot of people give up on things because it could be too much. And also, when you post on YouTube, sometimes you'll have your good days and bad days, and even bad weeks, meaning like it might take a minute, to get something going. For me, it took me a little, like, my videos, I had a dry streak, not really a dry streak, but it was like I was averaging 50 to 60 for about a week. And obviously that's good viewers, and that's what I was talking about. But could you imagine if I posted and it's like there was no subscribers are going up, no views? And I'm okay with that, but like after a while, it takes a psychological toll on you, because you're thinking like, oh my god, I'm not progressing. What's the point of me putting these videos out if I'm not going forward and moving forward and nothing's progressing? And once we don't see progression, we give up, and we just feel so tired of posting about it, and that's what can be burnt out. So don't force yourself to keep posting or keep doing something if you don't see progress. Take a day off, take a few days off, even though a lot of videos say like, hey, you got to post every day as a small channel, because if not, you're gonna not go anywhere. The engagement's gonna be slow. It's not even about that. It's more about it being how you make your videos, how well and how attached people could get. So don't push limits. Don't push yourself to your limit. Go at your own pace, because if you burn yourself out, like I said, you're not going to enjoy something, and you're not going to be able to you're not going to want to do it anymore. And also, you're going to physically and be mentally tired. So that's going to just change you as an individual on your everyday life. You might stay in bed longer and not really get up and do anything, or you might not even want to do anything at all that's physical, or even get on that game that you've been playing. For example, if I'm playing Black Ops 2 over and over again, hours and hours, and I'm not progressing and putting that much time into it, I'm technically going to tire myself out, in a sense of like, hey, like what am I playing this game for? I'm putting so many hours and hours, and I'm just burning myself up, and I'm mentally putting myself down because I'm not seeing anything progress. And so I'm just forcing myself to get burnt out, and unmotivating myself too, because you need time to do other things as well. You don't want to just sit there and do the same thing over and over again. If I'm sitting down every day recording a video once a day, posting once a day, I'm gonna get fucking tired of posting these videos, because I'm not giving my the time of day to do anything else. I could be going to the gym, I could be spending time with my girlfriend, I could be hanging out with my friends, I could be playing the same game I play on my videos but with my friends, or just play the games on my own for fun by myself. Or I could be doing anything. I could be doing my school, I could be doing anything else, like hobbies, all that shit. So again, if there's something you're so passionate about it, don't over passionate. Put your pace into it that you think would make you enjoy it for the long run. Like I said, a lot of the times, I like to say YouTube because a lot of the times I would post videos on like something, and I did it to a point every day that I just didn't even want to do it anymore because it was a lot of hard work and it was a lot of stuff. And these videos, like I said, they're not hard to make in a sense. I'm talking to you and I'm playing a game at the same time. Or sorry, I'm recording this and then there's a game in the background that I played around the same time. So it's, in a sense, it's like, okay, like there's nothing much going into it, but I have to think about what I'm going to say. I have to think about the ideas I have to put into these videos, and I have to make sure it's well said and it makes like sense enough that I sometimes make so many mistakes that I have to redo so many like audios. Like, for example, when I made my video about like dating apps, for example, I redid that about 5 times because I wasn't fully satisfied, you know, what I was saying until I felt like it was the right moment. I don't cut these audios into a point where it's like, hey, like, don't, like I mess up and then I continue. I kind of just go and go on the spot because I like to make it sound humanly as possible, face to face, more genuine. And so, again, it sounds like I'm rambling a lot about my own channel and my own videos and my own experience, but this is what it's about in the case of my experience. And just, you need to take the advice I say and just put it and apply it to what something that you're passionate about. So, for example, I'm passionate, and this is somewhat of my hobby, is posting on this channel, making these videos. So how can I eliminate burning myself out from doing this? So everything I said before, you can apply it to what you're currently doing. If you're someone that's collecting collectors, maybe, I don't know, or you go to the gym, you gotta no, the gym, because a gym, you need a rest day. You don't want to physically burn yourself out by going every day, because you need time to rest your muscles. You need time to, for them to heal. You need time for you to do something else, because if you just keep going and going and going, you're gonna injure yourself. You're gonna like not give time. Your muscles aren't gonna progress. You're not gonna really do anything because you're not taking that day to reflect and heal and all that. So that's when I can apply that to my videos. I need to take a day to reflect on, okay, this is what I need to talk about. I could change this about it. And it helps me think of new ideas and all that. So don't burn yourself out. That's important. And everything I said in this video will literally apply with anything. I could even say with school. Don't overstudy. Give yourself a time with studying. For example, give yourself that 2 to 3 hour study, take a break for an hour, get back to it, and don't even study all day. Because if you overstudy, your mind is going to forget about it, because you did it so much that your brain is just done and you can only take in so much information. But I hope this video made sense, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two about this, because I feel like it's important, as posting 5 days a week, that, it might seem burning out to some, hey, like posting 5 days a week can be a lot depending on how much time and effort you're putting in. I put in at my own pace how much I do, and I go at a pace where I'm comfortable of doing this and that I'm not overdoing it. And that's what you guys should think. Just do it at your own pace. And if you feel like on the brinks of crashing out or going down, or you just don't, take a break, take a day off. I don't record every day. Sometimes I make these videos and I record them in like a day, and I don't even talk into a mic for like 3, just because I made 3 videos in one day for me to post in the next 3 days. Because again, when you talk about certain things, when you want to give out inspiration, motivation, and help, you got to be in the mood to say it, and you're not always going to be in the mood. So take a day to do the thing that you love the most, because if you do it on a day that you don't feel as inspired or as motivated, in a sense, you might just kind of start hating it, because you're doing it every day, and that's a sort of burning out, because you're doing it on those days that you should be taking that break or that reflection and all that. But anyways, I'm rambling. It's been Fellow, and I hope you guys learned something. Stay smart.